Here with Kev at the British Music Experience in Liverpool, UK. Kev, you're an expert in music, and behind us there is a very interesting item, a piano with a great history to it. What can you say about that?
Well, we've only had it in for a couple of weeks, but it's all to do with Elton John. It's a big year for Elton John with the Rocket Man movie coming out, and we've worked with these sculptors before. They've done this amazing sculpture of Elton John in his heyday, really, and the piano actually plays Elton John tunes itself. So we're trying to do a big push around the whole. Elton John's one of the biggest music names from British music, world music, for the last 30-40 years. So we've got some of Elton's jazz glasses in the BME itself. So we just when this opportunity came along, we just thought it was too good to miss. And on a personal point of view, I was a big fan of Elton when I was a young boy, really, and my first ever gig was seeing Elton play at the Liverpool Empire back in about 1974-75, and I actually was lucky enough to meet Elton. I was with my sister because I was only little, and we saw the big fancy car going past the venue. We ran after it, and it stopped at the hotel, and I ran up to Elton and said, "Can I have his autograph, please?" And he cut a very glamorous figure. This is Britain in mid-1970s, and Elton was there with a pink feather boa, stepping out to this fancy car, and he said, "Of course, darling," and gave me an autograph, which I've still got in a little old-fashioned autograph book.
Yeah, that's Elton John. So you have been the curator of this British Music Experience. What is it all about?
So the British Music Experience is the UK's only museum of rock and pop. It tells the story of British rock and pop music from the 1940s right up to the present day. It tells the story through a collection of original instruments, outfits that were worn by the musicians, memorabilia, and it's all put in the context of what was happening in their country, socially, culturally, and what's happening worldwide. So you get a feel for, when fashions were changing, when politics was driving different types of music like punk, when psychedelia came along. So when we feature everything from skiffle through the Beatles. We've got 3 genuine David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust outfits that he wore on the tour. We've got Noel's Union Jack guitar from Oasis, right up to current day outfits and artists. We've got stuff from Adele, Coldplay, Robbie Williams. So it's an amazing collection which shows how how big and how influential British rock and pop music has been.
Yeah. So, in general, what can you say about the past and present of music in Liverpool?
Well, I'm a passionate fan of Liverpool music, so I could talk for hours and hours, but I won't. I'll just say I think it's obviously we've got a rich music history, so everyone knows about the Beatles and the whole Merseybeat scene. But I grew up with punk, and out of that came bands that are still really relevant and still have a big fan base, like Echo and the Bunnymen. Then on through later times, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, big Liverpool band, loads of hits. But I think the interesting thing is the scene at the moment, where it's as healthy as it's been in my lifetime. Really, there's always great talent coming through, and there's bands like I Saw and the Jinx, Queen Z, She Drew the Gun. Loads and loads of great young bands, great labels, great small venues. Kitchen Street's amazing down the Baltic area. There's a handful of really good venues. There's things like Phase 1 up by Duke Street. Out in the north of the city, there's Invisible Wind Factory. All totally unique, independent venues run with passion, with great programming and curating. Great dance music scene. From the past we had Cream, but now you've got things like Chibuku and Circus, and up and coming nights like Binary. Again, great venues, great DJs. So it's there's platforms for young talent to come through. So I think it's an incredibly healthy, vibrant, creative scene, and I think what makes Liverpool different than other places is it's still a little bit maverick. It's still a bit chaotic, and that's, you know, the best music comes out of chaos and creativity, and Liverpool has that in abundance.
Thanks a lot, Kev.